stop comparing yourself to others. So if you grew up in a household where you were constantly criticized and compared to your peers, well, my friend, this video is for you. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about how to stop comparing yourself to others. So this could very much be one of the reasons why you haven't been able to accomplish some of your goals. Because you are constantly comparing yourself to others. You're watching other people, what they're doing with their life, and you're feeling insecure. If this is true, then I have some good tips some good strategies that will help you out, hopefully, and be able to overcome this way of thinking. So first one, let's understand what was the root of this. Where does this come from? Where does the root of comparison come from, right? So there could be many reasons. And the two main ones that I do want to focus on is the biological reason and the family reason. Which, both could be basically the same thing, right? But just depending on the way you look at it. So now, the biological reason is, so this stems from, since we've been created, since we've been cavemen kind of thing, go all the way back there. Our brain started using comparison as a way of surviving. Okay? So we started to figure out who is similar to us and who is different. So we started learning how to measure up people as quickly as possible because we needed a way to survive. We saw anybody who was different as dangerous, which is the most basic, That's the way our brain, when we were in survival, that was our instinct to start comparing ourselves to see who was different and who wasn't. We also saw who was the strongest, and we saw if we should work with them, group with them, you know what I mean? So that's our biological. That's where it came from. We started sizing up people even all the way back there. All the way back there, it was a way of surviving. And then also, it was a way for us to understand what we were good at and what we were bad at. Because we would compare ourselves to others and we would see, okay, they're good at this. I'm good at that. Okay, cool. So that was also one of the ways we were able to calculate our way of how we will be able to survive. Okay? And now that we've developed the society, of course, our brain still is in that mode because it's connected to our DNA. DNA has been passed down, and we still have that wanting to size people, even though we don't need it anymore. We don't need to be comparing ourselves to other people. We don't need to see, okay, they're good at that, I'm good at this. No, we don't need to see that anymore. But we still do it. Now the second reason you might be doing this is for family reasons. Now, from family, I come from a Mexican household, okay? So since birth, you would be compared to your cousins, to your peers, and they would constantly criticize you or your peers for not being the same, or for them being better than you, and they would tell you to your face. So if this is the line, this also affected you because you took it to adulthood, right? You took that mindset of comparing yourself to others. From adulthood, you would size people up and see, oh, they're better at me at this, or I'm better at this, right? And then you created, or even your parents created this belief in you that you were limited in doing certain things and they could not do certain things. For example, this happened a lot in my household. Maybe it's true with y'all, but for example, one of my cousins was really smart. He was the smartest in the family, and one of my cousins was really pretty. So that's what they were known. They gave them these labels. So my cousin who was smart, she couldn't be pretty. She couldn't be pretty apparently in these quote unquote labels. And then my other cousin, who was very pretty, she couldn't be smart. So she created this belief that she was never smart, and my other cousin created this belief that she was never pretty, even though my cousin who was really smart, she was naturally pretty, and my cousin who was, you know, pretty, she was very street smart, but she didn't realize it, and she didn't think she was worth, more than that, just her beauty, which, as that is, it happens. But that's what I mean when you start comparing yourself. You create your own limits. You believe that you can't do certain things. The same way, our biological, you start believing you can't do a certain thing because that's what you've been told, or that's what you're capable of doing right now. Now, I always believe that we can learn absolutely anything. We can develop any kind of talent. We can learn anything. I believe that. I've always believed that. And I feel like y'all could too. Y'all should believe that, because why would you ever limit yourself? Why would you ever believe, oh, I can only be smart? You can be beautiful, smart. You can be everything. You can be absolutely everything. Don't limit yourself. Don't ever limit yourself. Now, the way to escape this trap is you have to stop comparing yourself first from your peers. You have to stop doing that. Okay? So imagine this. Imagine if you were running a marathon. Every single person is running a marathon. And every single person is... And when you're running a marathon, you can't see the people in front of and behind you. But you can only see the people who are in front of you and beside you. And you're just worrying about all the people who are running in front of you, and you're getting frustrated, right? Instead of focusing and getting to the finish line, you're just worrying about the other people surrounding you. Why? You should be focusing. Because you think the people who are in front of you are looking back and worried about you? No, they're not. They're worried about the people in front of them. And it's just this ongoing thing. So why would you continue this ongoing, comparing? Because they're not even comparing themselves to you. Why would you compare yourself to them if they don't even care? So you need to stop comparing yourself. And the only way to stop comparing yourself is you need to start refocusing yourself. Put the focus back into yourself. And of course, the best way to do this is to be present. And one of the best way to be present is by giving gratitude. But refocusing, focus on the things that you have. What are the things that you're grateful for? What are the things that you specifically have that you believe are amazing? Start being grateful. Do it every day. First, it's going to be hard, and you're going to be like, you're going to say very basic stuff at the beginning, but then you're going to go more deeper and deeper, and you're going to start feeling grateful. And then, of course, every single time you do it, you're going to refocusing your energy into yourself by not comparing yourself. Then, another strategy you can be doing is don't compare your life to everyone's highlight. This is one of the reasons why I deleted my Instagram and most of my social media, because I noticed I was falling into this hole of comparing myself. I would compare myself because recently, it's not been recent. It's been like 5 years, right? But I graduated, and now that it happens, right? You see everyone who you used to go to high school in your feed and Instagram, and you just want to compare yourself to them and see how some of them are already married, some of them are already having babies, some of them have amazing, work, amazing jobs, and you just have this tendency of like, oh, I wish I was like them. I wish I was there, right? Kind of thing. So I was like, I need to step back, and I decided to completely delete Instagram because I was like, first, I don't want to create that type of jealousy, or that type of comparison to other people the same way I'm getting this feeling, because I was like, if I am, it's natural they will, right? So I was like, I deleted it. There's no need to have Instagram. Plus, I noticed myself just staring at their feed and not commenting, not even liking the picture. So I was like, this is not good. Not good for myself. And it's not good for them. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna delete Instagram. And I did. I deleted Instagram. Then I did the same thing with Facebook. Now, you have to focus on your strength. That's why I deleted all that stuff, because I was like, I need to start focusing on what I have, on what I'm good at and what I'm not, so I can improve in them. Because that's one of the reasons why you're here. You're here to improve. That's the fun about it, life. You can improve and be better at those skills. And then also, you need to start, once you have more gratitude for what you have and what you've done and improving, you start to be able to celebrate other people. Because most of the time, we're not meant to be all in the same season, right? So by this, I mean, all of us have season. All of us have a point in our life where we accomplish everything that we've been, all we've been working at. We accomplish it. We have that one season, while other friends, they're not accomplishing that much. Or when our friends are accomplishing everything, we are not. We have seasons, right? We have winter seasons where we're just supposed to lay back. It's okay. We're still working, but there's nothing. Nothing is growing. Nothing is happening. And in them, we see their garden. They're growing absolutely a lot. We're supposed to celebrate it. Why? Because it's not our season yet. It's okay. Maybe we're in different time zones. But it's not our season yet. They're supposed to be growing. So we're going to celebrate it. Because I expect them to celebrate it when I get better, when I have something. I want the same feeling. So do celebrate their strength as well. You celebrate everybody's. Because still, maybe it's not your season, or maybe it's not their season. No? Understand that we all have seasons. And then lastly, compete with yourself. This is the only person you should be competing, is yourself. So refocusing and start competing with yourself. See how you did last time. How did you do yesterday? Can you do better? How did you do, a year ago? Can you do better than a year ago? Can you have a better year? Every single year you should be bettering. It should be better than the last. You should start competing with yourself. That's the only person who you should even be considered as competition, is yourself. And then lastly, of course, this is always going to be one of my strategies, but you must have a digital detox for at least a day. Schedule in a digital detox. Don't look at your Instagram. Don't look at your TikTok. Don't look at anything. Nothing to do with social media. Don't look at it. Go outside. Breathe in nature, and relax. Don't even think about other people. I would even say schedule a digital detox every month, like once a day per month. That would be perfect. You stop worrying about other people because you're just staring at nature. You're looking at everything else. You're seeing that your world is not really that small. It could be as simple as that. You're creating this boundary of how much time you want to spend on social media. That I've also done that. Recommend it. Or you can even start unfollowing people. If you don't want to go as that drastic as that, as getting in digital detox, you can start unfollowing people. Unfollow anybody that just doesn't inspire you. If they don't inspire you, unfollow them. Why do you want them in your feed? Unfollow anybody that doesn't inspire you. They should give you this feeling of inspiration. That's the only people you should have in your feed. So this is it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And see you next week. Bye.